the Detroit-Hamtramck assembly plant and the Warren transmissions operation plant on that list. The others are in Ontario, Ohio, and in Maryland. And that means layoffs for 14,700 factory and white-collar workers in North America. The bottom line, GM, they are restructuring. The cut costs and focus on autonomous and electric vehicles. Let's go live to Warren right now. We'll check in with 7 Action News reporter Kim Russell. Much more on this breaking story. It's going to impact a lot of families here, Kim.
It sure is. I'm live outside Warren Transmission. According to the General Motors website, over 300 people work at this plant on Mound in Warren, where numerous vehicles' transmissions are made, and another 1,500 work at the Detroit-Hamtramck plant that's impacted. And there they make the Chevrolet Volt, the Impala, the Buick LaCrosse, and the Cadillac CT6. In a press release sent out this morning, General Motors said by the end of 2019 there would be no vehicles allocated to these locations, which means they are not producing and will close. As for why this is happening, General Motors says it's because of slow sales of the vehicles manufactured at these plants. General Motors corporate officer Mary Barra spoke during an investor conference call just a short time after making this announcement.
Based on the consumer shift toward crossovers, SUVs, and trucks, market conditions require that 5 North American assembly and propulsion plants will be unallocated product by the end of 2019. This is affecting the Chevrolet Cruze, Volt and Impala, the Buick LaCrosse, and the Cadillac XTS and CT6 sedans.
So union negotiations are coming up. So in theory, the UAW could negotiate having another vehicle allocated to those plants. But General Motors did say that these cuts are going to impact 15% of the workforce and are needed for its future, so it's not clear how likely any such save would be. Right now, it looks like they are slated to close. Reporting live in Warren, Kim Russell, 7 Action News.
Huge news out of Warren. Kim Russell, thank you for that live report. Well, union officials spoke out on these cuts, calling the decision callous and damaging to the American workforce. Take a look at their statement. The UAW issued this, saying in part, the practice of moving production to the nations that tolerate wages less than half of what Americans make must stop. It continues on. These companies, including GM, are no longer in trouble. They are recording annual profits in the tens of billions. And moments ago, Detroit Mayor Mike Duggan weighing in on the announcement. He says the news is troubling and that he's working with the unions to figure out what's next. Take a listen.
We are going to come together on a strategy to see if we cannot convince them that you have a modern plant, and while I understand the crossovers and the trucks are selling, I want us to do everything possible to explore the possibility of saving what I think even GM would acknowledge is a good and modern plant.